Chairman of Regulatory Services. I've been involved with Invercargill City Council since 1998. It's vastly different to what it is that you expect coming in from the cold. If you've not had any experience with local government in the past, and I was lucky enough to have been an observer in media for many years, but actually understanding what the role is, what governance is, what the difference is between governance and management, and having a look at the programs that Equip's putting together for the new elected members, take the opportunity. Information is power, and the better you understand what it is that you're going to do, it's not only the educational programs that you can engage in, and there's a good degree at different levels, but it's also the opportunity to build networks with people who are in exactly the same position. It's a big, scary world, and people are brave to go and dip their toes into it and to get engaged. So if you're engaging, well, do it well, and be trained and informed and network. Understand standing orders, and standing orders, of course, are changing. There's some new options around that. But I worked with Tim Shadbolt. Tim used standing orders as he explained that local government is a lot like a game of rugby. Standing orders are the rules, and he's the referee. And if we stepped out of line, he'd blow the whistle. He's very passionate about local government, and I had the whistle blown on me a couple of times in my first term. It wasn't the end of the world. And I learned from it. So make sure you understand what your obligations are, and don't be afraid. Everybody's coming to terms with how people are absorbing information now, and the general public are forming opinions based on snapshots. I didn't mean that snapshots as a benchmarking from government, but you look at what's happened in the United States and in the UK, there's some discontent, and well, I think we take the discontent quite personally, but people just aren't happy. They don't know who they're not happy with, and it's a case of making sure that you've got good information going out to people in a way that they want to absorb it. People seem to be digesting information now in really short bites. You've got to be clear, you've got to be concise, and you've got to be in the platforms that they want to engage with. Mainstream media is losing its impact. It's mostly driven by financial agendas. So what are the other medias? And I know a dozen communications departments heads it because it's there are so many different options that are out there for people. But who are the people that you're wanting to engage with, and what are the platforms that they are on? One of the great things about social media, and there are no shortage of pitfalls that come with social media, is that from a user perspective, it's seen as not necessarily having an agenda. So a lot of people place trust in that, and that's very powerful. So understanding how people get information and how that's changed, and even from a council perspective, we need to look for new ways to communicate. Putting an ad in a daily newspaper that very few people are getting just doesn't cut it. There is a legal obligation that we've got to do that, but a lot of words isn't going to attract a lot of attention. Good bullet points and referring people to where they can get the detail is a far greater way to go, and making it visually presentable. Oh, absolutely. People are portable now. We don't go anywhere without our phones. They like the opportunity to engage with elected representatives and with councils on a smartphone. And if some councils haven't gotten onto the way that that's how their people want to get in touch with them, that if you can't pay by credit card, that's not good enough. And some credit cards come with a surcharge. That's fine. Give people the choice. People want options. They want to be able to do things easily and simply. The market is telling us how they want to do business, and it's not hard. We just need to be able to do it. Yes. In fact, I see it as very enabling. Half the issues that we have with our council when people are putting in applications applications is that we're receiving them with insufficient information. If people can lodge an application online, they can do it at a time that suits them. These people are busy, they're out during the day, so being able to lodge that sort of work at night is great. And the better thing about it is they can't lodge it until we have all the information. If all the fields are not populated, the application can't come in. So I think that'll actually cut down a lot of issues from both our perspectives. Times are changing. We don't need to be afraid of that. If we want to be able to provide better local government, we've got to look at the options that are out there, and we've got to be updated. So, if you've been involved in local government for a long time, don't think that you know it. Make sure that you're kept up to date with information from conferences, with the training opportunities that are put out there, and its convenience. You look at some of the webinars that go out. You might not be able to be there to take part in them in an interactive form, but they are available afterwards. And you can digest that information at a time that suits you. You don't have to miss out.